So the main purpose of this video is to test out head to head a few tools which can make articles pretty much at one press of a button. And that's going to be Article Forge. We've got Wordplay, everyone's favorite ChatGPT. We've got ContentBot, and Peppertype doesn't really do this in one click, so I'm not sure if we'll throw that. So we're going to start with Article Forge and just grab like a really simple general thing here. Signs of vitamin B deficiency, right? And Article Forge has been really, really bad when I first started using it a few years ago. I've been using it since this came out. It was terrible. It was really bad quality, but we were using it for some, blog networks and some weird stuff like that, where we didn't care too much about quality. And now it's improved massively. It's amazing quality now. I can't believe it. I was almost going to give up on it, and then carried on using it, and they came out with a new version. Now it's 4.5 or something. It's unbelievable. So we're going to go for very long, 1,500 words. This is brilliant because you can go and put your own headings in if you write an outline in ChatGPT or based on your optimizer, which is really, really powerful. But I'm not going to do that for this because the whole point is speed. I want to see how good this is out of the box with them doing everything. All we're going to do is give it the title, say 1,500 words. We don't need any of this fancy stuff. And we'll leave that running. And then we'll go into Wordplay. And this is mostly a comparison between these two is what I was looking at. Because this looks really good, this Wordplay. The quality from what I've seen in demos and stuff and other tests. And I've got my hands on it now. And it does a very similar thing to Article Forge. And these guys are selling it on a lifetime deal, which is bloody expensive. But then if you divide it by how much you possibly use it, it doesn't work out that expensive. You get 100,000 words a month for $1,000 lifetime. Whereas Article Forge, I'm paying about $300 a year, and you can do unlimited articles per month, which is so pretty amazing. Or you can use the bulk generator somewhere in here, bulk generator here, or you can use the API, which I do use quite a bit, and then you only get 200,000 words per month. So it's double Wordplay, and I do go over that like fairly often. Depends on what we're doing, some crazy stuff, especially with the API, like dragging stuff through. But Wordplay might be able to replace Article Forge on that annual subscription. So project name, we're just going to put like vitamins or whatever. Doesn't matter that much. So here, let's do the default, I guess, 1,500 words, and submit. So all we're doing is doing title mode, giving it the title. You can do the same thing as Article Forge, which is where that really piqued my interest, because you can put your own article outline in and give it all the headers. That's so powerful because you can already get the optimized H2s from your optimizer. So we're going to leave that running. Okay. That takes a little while to run. And Article Forge also does. And then we've got ChatGPT. Now, there's loads of fancy prompts and all that kind of stuff for this, but I'm not going to do that because I want this to be like a real test. 1,500 word article, and we might run this in GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 just for the hell of it. And we're just going to give it that. And the problem with ChatGPT is that it never writes the number of words that you tell it to. If it starts getting long, it never does it anyway. Even if you say write me exactly 400 words. 2 paragraphs of exactly 400 words, it won't do it. It will give you like 500 words, or it'll give you 300 words, or whatever. Now, I'm sure that this is not going to give me 1,500 words. I don't know why it's giving these word counts. You see, it does weird stuff, ChatGPT. It's a little bit wacky sometimes. But it does it fast on GPT 3.5. And as I said, we will test a GPT 4 as well. And then we've got ContentBot, which is amazing, this tool. We've got this on a lifetime deal, actually. I think it's only on subscription monthly basis now. I would highly, highly recommend buying this tool. I've made so much content with this tool, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of articles with this, or my team has. And they came out with this InstructBot shortly after ChatGPT came out, and it's the same thing. So if you're getting tired of ChatGPT, or it's slow, or it's buggy, or whatever, this is quite nice. And if you can get your hands on a deal, there are people still selling it on some groups. So the best thing in a content bot here is probably, if you're actually doing this, to a high quality standard, would be the blog post wizard or the AI writer, and then you can make like a whole article. But you've got to be like choosing this, dragging this in. I want a paragraph here, I want the intro here. So for this, we're going to just do InstructBot, because the whole purpose of this video is one-click solutions. And what I want to do is just copy exactly the same thing. Now you'd think that this could give the same result. We're going to say, you see it says length here, and this is not going to give me 1,500 words. So that's where ChatGPT and ContentBot fall down in the length. Peppertype, I'll show you just a quick look at what they offer, but there's no one turnkey solution for making just a normal blog informational article or anything like that in one click. But there is loads of cool stuff in there. So I would also recommend Peppertype if you're going to be crafting stuff with like different bits and pieces, or you're doing reviews, or you're doing product descriptions and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome. Like conclusions. So you've basically got to do, this is the SEO section. This is the article section. Really, they call it SEO in here. But this is the one. So you get your outline, you get your intro, and then all the stuff. And yeah, we're not going to bother with this then. And what I've done as well, I've gone into Neuron. This is basically an optimization tool, so you can optimize your content. Right, I've had to move outside because it was crazy loud. The music suddenly got turned up. So what we've done is put this into Neuron, which is an optimizer tool, and just run this title, and then we've got the suggested words and all the suggested stuff here, headers and everything. Now all I've done here is gone into the meta first and put this title in, because this is a major part of the score, the title of the page, and I've just thrown this into the meta description. I'm not bothering to craft this at the moment, and I've put it in here as the H1 because it will be the page title, the H1. And then what I'm going to do is copy and paste the articles under here and see what our initial score is. So let's go back to Article Forge, and we've got the result. Okay, so here's our result, and we've got the title, which signs of vitamin B deficiency. Sometimes Article Forge changes the title and thinks it knows a better title, which can be a little bit annoying if you've already done your keyword research and you really want that to be the title. So, but it's nice that it keeps it formatted with H2s. So we'll come here and throw this in. That's the same. Doing that twice. Right. And you give it a minute, save that. It's done 1,400 words pretty much. So that's given a 50 score out of the box, which is not bad. It's done all the main basic terms here, naturally. So if we go through this, and if you just have a little read of this, like nerve damage. Nerve damage is a common symptom of vitamin B deficiency, blah, 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 blah. It reads really, really well now from Article Forge. It's like very, very good quality, like the grammar and the flow and all that stuff. And the sections, it seems to be pretty smart these days. So I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so we'll remember that 50 score for Article Forge. And this is the one of the key tests here. Let's look at this. And this is the Wordplay.ai. Okay, and it's probably similar to Article Forge. It's 1,500 words. And, you can pause the video and, read this if you want. There you go. There you go. But we've got digestive problems referred to a range of discomfort, blah, 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 blah. It's crucial to identify the root cause. And it reads really, really well. I'm not sure what what the difference between the two is in terms of quality now. And if I come in here, I'm going to just basically replace all of this. Paste it in, and we'll see if we get more than 50. Ooh, so it's got 41. So it's not as good as Article Forge. And this, okay, this is not. This is a test between the two tools, but you can't say that this is going to be. Don't take this as gospel. It's going to be different each time, because we might run like another title, and then Article Forge gets 40, and Wordplay gets 50. You'd have to run this, like 100 times to get like an average to do a real test. You need the data, but okay. So based on quality, this looks pretty amazing as well. So we'll go to our ChatGPT, recognizing the signs. See, they've changed the title, and they've put these silly words, these silly word counts in. Remove the word count from the titles and do it again properly, please. Make sure it's 1,500 words. I'll leave that running, and we'll go to InstructBot, and blah 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 blah. This actually reads really well from InstructBot as well. It's amazing. And go to Neuron. I'm sure that this is going to be too short. That's the thing. But then, if you're trying to do 1,500 words, and then you're going to be adding like a conclusion or FAQs, which I'm not going to bother like spending time on doing that here. But and this is not so good. So it's like put all the titles in this like basic text. That's rather annoying, because that's going to be time consuming if you're going through. Oh no, and it's not like doing this properly. Give that a... So it's all H1 now. It's all normal. Just pause it. Okay, so that took like a minute or something, but that's big time. If you're doing this 100 times, or your staff is doing this for you for 100 times, that's all going to add up. So it's a bit annoying, the formatting from InstructBot, but I've made all these H2s now. We've got a score of 37. We've got a word count of 671. So overall, it's like all right. It's like a good start. It's a good start for the article. You're going to need to expand on a lot of this stuff, which means you're going to be like going, copying and pasting and saying, can you expand on this section, expand on that section. By the time you're doing that, it's not a one-click solution, really, is it? So, it's not holding up too well. You can always go back in here, and then the problem with this one as well is if you say, write me a few more sections, that was too short, and I think it will tell me it won't. You see, look, it's the chat history is too long. It doesn't like doing long stuff in this InstructBot. So although I've been bigging up in ContentBot, which is amazing if you're going to be doing it all like using one of their wizards, I probably wouldn't bother for the one-click solution. They do have this other tool in here called Automate, and that is quite good. You can do, actually, sorry, it's not in there. It's in those flows. Also does it actually, but you can do it in this blog bundles, and you pay with credits. But you have so many credits that it actually doesn't actually cost you anything until you go over. And I mean that's slow. Yeah, you can buy 10 blogs for like $9, so it costs you $9 each. But you don't do that. You buy it with the credits, and you end up having so many credits. There you go. Look, see, there's 66,000 credits for long form. So you can get tons and tons and tons of these for like that actually is free. But you don't have that much control over it, not like this. So we've got now ChatGPT's done it, and it's removed those silly word counts. If I pasted this is probably what everyone wants to see, if ChatGPT holds up. So that was 37, that last one. This one's going to be, oh dear. Yeah, ChatGPT is terrible for formatting as well. So let me just pause and fix that. Right, so I've just made those into H2s. It's another bit of messing about, right, if we want to do this art scale and fast. 39 on the score list, so decent. They're all holding up. I wouldn't say that there's too much in it, even though Article Forge got a 50 score. 39 is respectable out of the box, and that's without like messing about or telling it to add any words and stuff. So, and as you see, the content is really. I missed that one. We can delete that one anyway. It is really, really good. Everyone knows that from ChatGPT. You've all used it. So, yeah, it's good. But look at the length, 575 words. Now, if we were aiming for 1,300 words, then we were in trouble. You know, you're never really going to have that many informational blog posts as short as 500 words and be competing with the average of the SERPs. Yet they're going to be around 1,500, 2,000 or whatever. Like, so if you're pumping out a 1,500 word article from Article Forge, you're pretty much there. And if you need it to be a bit longer, you can go, hey, add me a conclusion, you know, and it's like done. Then you've got your word count. And then you can say, add me the FAQs, and then you're up to like 2,500 words or whatever. So if we go back to, where are we going back to? We're going back to ChatGPT because I want to test it. Exactly the same thing. Where is it? Write me the 1,500 words. And I want to test this in, because I got the paid version of the ChatGPT 4. And hopefully it doesn't put these little word counters. I don't want to have to tell it that every time. So this is going to be a bit slower, so I'll pause this. So ChatGPT in 4 mode got stuck. Like it got to this number 9 and then just click that continue generating and see what happens. That's weird. It's like it doesn't like doing long content. Maybe they've limited it so it doesn't swamp the servers or whatever, and everyone's making 3,000 word articles, but it doesn't like it. Like this, I'm estimating is about, I don't know, 600 words, possibly. Okay, so it's... Okay, I just paused that for a minute just to see if it wanted to carry on, and it didn't. So we've only got this option, regenerate, or we're done, and that's it. So we've got 10 sections, which is nice. And it looks a bit better than the GPT 3.5. Let's put it in here. And, okay, we got nice formatting. Except it's done them as H3s, which is a little bit silly. Those should be H2s, really. Okay, I just paused that to save you the sanity of watching me highlight stuff and H2 stuff. So that's done, and the score is 40. So we're looking at the same score pretty much as Wordplay, and then Article Forge had 50. And there's more sections than GPT 3.5, even though it was much slower to produce it. I think that it's probably worth sitting there and letting it do it, because we've also got 700 words. We've told it to do 1,500, so it's also cheated and done not even half what it's supposed to be doing. But that is how it is. That's just a limitation of it at the moment. I don't know if they'll ever fix that, because they probably don't want people doing large sections. But it's pretty awesome. The quality is really good, and the score is really pretty good out of the box. And then obviously, the whole point of this test is testing doing stuff like really fast, like getting a title and making an article, not like doing sections, not like copying and pasting and doing bullet points and doing this and doing that. It's just like getting the articles done like really fast and seeing how good the quality is from a readability perspective. So you can read these if you pause and see. And actually, I would have to read these like in much more depth to give like a better feedback or decision on what was the best quality. But I don't know. Let's go through them very quickly and just have a look. Just skimming through. one of the most common. It's just good quality, like it's good content. Compare this to the AI like 3 years ago. It was outrageously bad. So if we go back to here to Wordplay, Wordplay is really good though. Just converting blah 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 blah. Nervous system. However many people suffer from the right. That looks good. And then here, playing an indispensable role. This article will delve into the key signs and whatever. Energy. It's really good. Go to article Forge. 12 functions making blah blah blah. A lack of vitamin 12 can lead to this. Some diseases. See, that's getting a little bit specific there in the intro. It's not like leading you in. And then it's going into these sections. Feeling tired. Numbness. It's crucial for both the nerves and cells. And it's really good, this content. And this is really good as well. Numbness and tingling here. 2 common signs of deficiency. All about the nervous system. Blah, blah. Simple blood test. To avoid this, you can consult a dietitian. And this, in the numbness, can be damaged. Blah, blah, blah. The body can't make. Having low. I can't choose between the two, like skim reading it quickly. So whatever you think, it's just supposed to be a broad test. I'm not trying to big up any one of these tools more than the other. But my opinion is that these two, ArcForge and Wordplay, beat ChatGPT quite easily if you're looking for speed and quality at the same time. I'm not just looking to put out some crap that is useless and Google hates and people can't read. This is really readable stuff, right? And InstructBot was it was probably the worst out of the 4. And the scores, Article Forge was the best, but as I said, if you ran this with different titles and all that stuff, it's probably going to be varying all over the place. And that is the quick test. If I go quickly on the pricing again, this Article Forge is about $300 a year. This is about $1,000 for lifetime, for 100,000 words per month. Or you can get much smaller packages like 35,000 words per month, which is not much, and that's like $400 or something. ChatGPT is free for 3.5, or for 4 is like $20 a month. I would say it's worth the $20 a month, even if you're barely using it, because it's just really good for so much stuff. And InstructBot, this was about $250 or $300 lifetime for unlimited. So we've completely maxed that out. Like it's literally costs like a few cents to make the content that we've used this for, and we're still using this when we need it. It's still amazing. But for this, the whole point of this video is speed, taking a title, making an article at speed, and seeing if it's good. And I would say that these two tools win clearly for that purpose. Okay, which they probably should, because you're paying money for them. And the other things which I haven't mentioned, which I'll just go through really fast here, is that this Wordplay has all these other options. So you can do outlines. Article Forge has the same thing. And it also has a system where this can post to your blog, to your WordPress site. If you come into the extensions, you've got the WordPress plugin, and it will automatically just make stuff and put it into WordPress. Brilliant, right? ChatGPT is not doing anything like that. ContentBot is actually, if you do that on the Automate or the blog post bundles or something, it can do that. But these two are better, actually, in my opinion. I've used this Article Forge pretty extensively for doing that with the API, and you literally just stack the your keywords up, and it makes a blog post, puts it in your WordPress, makes another one like however many days later you want it, puts in your blog, puts in your WordPress as a new blog post. So that's two massive benefits of these two tools here. So I'm considering maybe to be going for a much bigger plan and going for this lifetime thing, Wordplay, to replace Article Forge, which is sad because I've been there since the beginning, and it's still really good. But the yearly fee, it's almost a toss up between the two, because this is 3 years of this yearly fee is the same as buying this one outright. Plus, you get double the amount of articles with this one, double the amount of word count per month with the API and the bulk. So there you go. That's about it. My little overview of these tools, and in a way to make an article as fast as possible. Don't forget you want to be adding conclusions and FAQs, and you're going to be, if you want to get your optimization score up, that's something else. But this is not really the purpose of this video. It's to be making articles as fast as possible and high quality. I will throw the links to all these tools in the description below, so if you need them, it's easy access. Some of them might be affiliate links, probably not, but I'm not sure.